Hello, welcome to Pop Along RC. I'm Mark.
And I am Carl, and today we've got a serious video for you.
So today we're talking about, I can't believe we're doing health and safety.
Yeah, unfortunately, it has come up, hasn't it?
It has come up.
Now, in the UK, we race local clubs, therefore we have something called BRCA membership, and that BRCA membership does actually insure us for incidents. Bash sessions do not have the same sort of affiliation and the same level of focus on health and safety, but what the cars are doing probably pose a much bigger risk to not only the drivers but the general public.
Absolutely. So when we go out, there's a few little rules that we tend to stick to. Unwritten rules, I suppose. They would be written if we wrote them down, but between you and I, we stick to them, don't we?
Yeah.
Number one rule, when we're out and about, we predominantly race our stuff on grass anyway. If somebody turns up with a dog, normally they do because we go on grass fields, we stop.
Stop.
Absolutely stop.
We stop, have a little look, gauge the situation. If the dog's on the lead, we might be able to carry on, but sometimes our cars moving around can aggravate a dog and annoy it, so we tend to just have a little bit of a chat, let the dog get used to us being around, and then we'll carry on a little bit later.
So that's rule number one. If you see a dog, stop.
Again, that rule, we talk about dogs and young people. If you see a little child running across the field, their spatial awareness they might not be expecting a car travelling at 60, 70 miles an hour coming flying across the field. So do be mindful of the little folk as well.
Absolutely. So rule number two, this is something we don't do a lot of, but a lot of you lot do, and that's your skate park bashing. Reason being is because I don't want to break too much stuff on my car. But having said that, it is good fun. What are the rules with that though?
Well, there are, for some people, it doesn't seem to be many rules when we look at the videos. However, when we go to the skate parks, we try to get there about 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. We get there when there ain't loads of kids about, so that we can have the freedom to fly our cars around, jump, bash, smash, crash, do all the things we want to do without risking the general public. We're a little bit sensible when it comes to that, and that applies to our BMX track visits as well. Again, we try to go there when there aren't a lot of people around, so we're not going to cause any injury to others.
Absolutely. And if you turn up and there are loads of people there, go home. There's no point. There's no point sticking around racing big cars like this, Xmaxes. The risk is too big. Go home. Come back another day.
Yeah, and the thing about skate parks and BMX tracks, kids generally only go there when the weather's absolutely shiny and the ground is dry. If it's a little bit wet and slippery, skateboards can't run. So that's the time to get down there with your cars with their rubber tyres, and you'll have the place to yourself.
Absolutely.
Now, you may have seen on the channel, we have been joining the Sunderland Model race sessions. Now, with those sessions, we try, because we have quite a few people turning up now, to keep a safety barrier, and we set that a few metres back from the track, because in the early days there were people stepping out on the track and getting their cars hitting them in the shins and things like that. So step away from the track, don't just walk out straight in front of cars. You need to be mindful of what's going on. So as a driver going to marshal your own car, you've got a responsibility as well to keep yourself safe and not blame other people that are driving around the track.
Absolutely.
That being said, if you are the driver, you have to be mindful of marshals stepping out onto the track, and you don't want to be going over the jump and clobbering someone in the head with an Xmaxx.
No.
So ultimately then, whose responsibility is it?
Well, it's ours. It's everybody's, really, isn't it? You know, at the end of the day, you're in control of a very... For those of you that have got Xmaxes and cars like this Italian here, which are heavy and really, really fast, So in the wrong hands, the big cars can do a lot of damage. So ultimately, it's down to us as RC drivers to race responsibly and carefully. If you follow those rules, that it's common sense really, you know. But if you follow the rules that we've just laid down there, you should be good as gold. You should be absolutely fine. What we don't want is for anything bad to happen and this awesome hobby of ours gets taken away or governed in some way, or we might need a here in the UK you need licenses to do everything. Yeah,
and that goes with if you remember drones, when they first came out, everyone was buying drones, and then some people were flying drones up into the flight paths of aeroplanes, and now if you've got a drone which is over 250 grams, I believe it is, you need to have a license and you need to be governed to fly a drone in this country. So therefore they might say if you've got a car which is bigger than 1/10 scale and does more than 40 mile an hour, you're going to need a license, which is going to change things a lot.
Oh yeah. Anyway,
that's a bit of a boring one.
One. I think somebody needed to do that video really. Just a few little helpful hints there to keep everybody safe and to keep our hobby going.
Definitely, yeah. We don't want to be no one out there wants to be the person responsible for putting the kiboshes on our hobby.
Absolutely right, yeah. Anyway, I hope you liked it and you've gained something out of it. If you do, or if you did, write down in the comments below. If you didn't, write down in the comments below. That's absolutely fine, whatever. We're just here to entertain and inform you lot. As simple as that, yeah. Anyway, like, subscribe, smash the old ding-dong bell.
And stay safe, peeps.